Repair encoding of ID3 tags. I have inherited about 2,000 MP3 files. For the majority of them, their ID3 tags display garbled in Amarok. I need a software that upgrades the ID3 tags to version 2.4 type $03, i.e. UTF-8 encoding, removes any V1 tags, and is also smart about figuring out the original encoding on a case-by-case basis, most likely one of Windows 1252, BOMless UTF-16 or GB18030. Before I start programming this on my own on top of taglib, is there already such a complete solution I could use? Do not recommend Music Brains, it is heavily biased to United States published music and near useless to me. Do not recommend general ID3 tagging software without testing it first against my requirements, most of them. Do not support version 2.4. Have frankly said, quiet retarded ideas about character encoding. Have no automation features, I do not want to spend my time editing manually. I am also not yet interested in tag cleaning, mass renaming or categorization software only. I first have to do the aforementioned normalization step.
You want Xfalso, the tag editor included in the Quadlibet project. Picard, the Music Brains tagger, may use the same tagging library, but QL originated it. In particular, you want the mutagen tagging library, which supports ID3 v2.4, and by support, I mean enforce, militarily. It is also excellent with character encodings, and includes a basic scriptable command line tagger, mid3 v2. As far as your normalization step goes, mutagen only saves tags in ID3 v2.4. It is certainly capable of converting all text into UTF-8, but you may need to script it yourself. I believe that the mid3 v2 tool's defaults are to keep the current encoding where possible, and I don't know if it can be told to save everything in a particular encoding. Mutagen is written in Python. Xfalso is a nice, clean GUI, and supports most of the major retag multiple files features you'd expect. I don't think it does much in the way of internet lookups, and I don't know how it is with album artwork. Quadlibet may support that. Xfalso can do it with a plugin, should one exist, though one might not exist. I've never needed that functionality. I use EF and mid3 v2 in concert to handle my retagging needs.
I don't think you're going to find a standalone application that will fix up your particular selection of incorrectly tagged encodings. Having a mixture of CP1252, UTF-16 and GB18030 is quite unusual, and I don't think existing software will be able to solve that automatically. So I download mutagen and write a custom Python script to automate your own decisions about how to fix up unknown encodings. For example, the above script makes a few assumptions. Only the tags marked as being in encoding 0 are wrong. Ostensibly encoding 0 is ISO 8859-1, but in practice it is often a Windows default code page. If a tag is marked as being in UTF-8 or UTF-16 encoding, it's assumed to be correct, and simply converted to UTF-8 if it isn't already. Personally, I haven't seen ID3s marked as UTF, encodings 1 to 3, in error before. Luckily, encoding 0 is easy to recover into its original bytes since ISO 8859-1 is a 1-to-1 direct mapping of the ordinal byte values. When an encoding 0 tag is met, the script attempts to recast it as GB18030 first, then if it's not valid falls back to code page 1252. Single byte encodings like CP1252 will tend to match most byte sequences, so it's best to put them at the end of the list of encodings to try. If you have other encodings like CP1251 Cyrillic, or a lot of CP1252 file names with multiple accented characters in a row that get mistaken for GB18030, you'll need a clever guessing algorithm of some sort. Maybe look at the file name to guess what sort of characters are likely to be present.
How about MP3 tag with wine? Features, among others. Batch tag editing: write ID3 v1.1, ID3 v2.3, ID3 v2.4, MP4, WA. Append 2 tags and Vorbis comments to multiple files at once. Import from Amazon, Discogs, Freed, MusicBrainz save typing and import tags from online databases like Amazon, Discogs, Freed, MusicBrainz, and more. Replace characters or words, replace strings in tags and file names, with support for regular expressions. Full Unicode support, user interface and tagging are fully Unicode compliant.
Some sort